Merhaba. Hello everyone. Hoş geldiniz. Merhaba herkese. İyi akşamlar. Selam. Merhaba. Where are you from? Nerelisiniz? İyi akşamlar. Where are you guys from? Can you write it in the chat box, please? Egypt, Sırbistan, Brazil, nice, Iraq, Peru, United States. This one. Almanya, Germany, great. Iran. Welcome, hoş geldiniz. Canada. Nice. Ukraine. España. Pakistan. Bulgaristan. Slovakia. Wow, all around the world. That's amazing. Moğolistan, wow. Somali. Nasılsınız? How are you today? Merhaba. Selam. Hoş geldiniz. Brazil. Filipinler. Good. Bangladesh. Hindistan. That's amazing. İyiyim, siz nasılsınız? Ben de çok iyiyim. Çok teşekkürler. Harikayım. Okay. Merhaba. Okay. Maybe we can start. Are you ready? Hazır mısınız? Good, hazırım. Evet. Great. Okay. Okay, everybody's ready, I guess. Let's start. Let me present my screen. Just a moment. All right. Do you see my screen? Can you write it in the chat box? Do you see my screen? Evet, yes, yes, yes. Everybody says yes. Okay, let's start. All right, everyone. Today we are going to learn some idiomatic expressions, some idioms in Turkish. So, first of all, um, thinking that you are all Turkish learners, how is your experience with Turkish idioms so far? Do you find them challenging to understand or are they easy to understand? Can you please let me know? Can you write in the chat box? Benny says kolay, easy. That's good to hear. Lanya says kolay. Yes, nice. Kind of easy. Manas Winnie says, all right. And XA says çok zor, very difficult. Bernadette says challenging. I hope this is the way you pronounce your name. Priya says challenging. Okay, sometimes easy. Jennifer says kolay ve zor. Easy and difficult. Maria says zor, difficult. Imelda says a bit challenging. Tracy says biraz zor, a little bit difficult. Okay, for some people it is difficult, for some people it is easy. Okay, good to know. So I hope after this live class you will learn some Turkish idioms and it will make your understanding easier. All right. First of all, let's talk about what is an idiom. An idiom is a group of words or a phrase with a meaning that is different from the literal meaning. They are commonly used in everyday language and they can add color, nuance, and vividness to communication. And we, as Turks, we use a lot of idiomatic expressions in our daily speech, to be honest. So let's give an example. For example, in English, people say a piece of cake. The literal meaning, of course, a piece of cake, just like in the picture. But the figurative meaning of it is something that is very easy to do. So, as in the definition, the idioms are different from the literal meaning. Their meanings are different from the literal meaning, as you see in the example. So, what is your favorite idiom? Can you let me know in the chat box, please, so I can read and share with the others? Okay, Benny says ateş almaya mı geldin? Okay, that's funny. Mansur says biraz ufak at da civcivler yesin. Yes, I like this one as well. Okay, I'm waiting for your answers. You can also write it in English your favorite English idioms as well. That's fine. And Jack says kafa gitti. Okay. Yeah. Bengisu says göz kulak olmak. That is nice. Yeah. We are gonna learn it in this class as well. Bengisu, that's great. All right. Let's continue. Okay, what will you learn today? Today, you will learn 12 idioms in Turkish that are related to eyes, head, mouth, and ears. So I prepared the idioms, I categorized them according to body parts. So, in Turkish, we have lots of idioms and we use body parts a lot. So, let's discover them. Let's start. The first one is göz, eyes. The idioms that are related to eyes, about eyes. The first one is göz kulak olmak. And the literal meaning of it is to be eye and ear. So I want you to guess what the meaning could be of this idiom, göz kulak olmak. Can you write your guesses in the chat box? Do you have any idea what could it mean? Bernadette says to pay attention, and also Benny says to pay attention. Samir says to take care of something. Sweet says keep your eyes and ears open. Moore says to keep eye on things. XA says to pay attention. Jack says to take care of something. And Tracy says keep your eyes and ears open. All right. John says to spy for someone. Yes, maybe. Anna says to follow everything and inform someone else. Maria says to be curious. Micah says to pay closer attention. Philippa says spying. Sahu says be alert. Maria says to be attentive. Florence says to spy on something for someone. Okay. Let's see. Good guesses. Let's see if you are right. So, göz kulak olmak. The literal meaning is to be eye and ear. But its figurative meaning is to closely watch, observe, or pay attention to an event, situation, or person. So this idiom refers to keeping careful watch to ensure that someone or something is safe or under control. So you're kind of right. For example, komşum tatildeyken köpeğine göz kulak olmamı istedi. Komşum tatildeyken köpeğine göz kulak olmamı istedi. My neighbor asked me to watch her dog while she was on vacation. So, if you want to try making sentences, you can make sentences and write in the chat box. I can read them and I can correct them if needed. Okay. I will wait some comments. Yeah, XA says could be take care of someone. Yes, it's more or less this. If anyone wants to try making a sentence, you can and write in the chat box. Okay, let's continue with the next one. This one is a little bit heartbreaking. It is gözden ırak, gönülden ırak olmak. The literal meaning is to be far away from the eye and from the heart. That's very sad. The figurative meaning is this. It's used to describe the fact that when people are far away from something or someone, their hearts are far away from that thing or person too. So people easily forget what they don't see. I hope nobody experiences something like that. But I am curious if you have similar expressions in your language. There's an example sentence. Başka bir şehire taşındığım için ayrıldık. Gözden ırak olan gönülden de ırak olurmuş. So we broke up because I moved to another city. Out of sight, out of mind. Yes, in English people say out of sight, out of mind. We say gözden ırak, gönülden ırak olmak. Okay. Do you have a similar idiom in your own language? Please write to the chat box so I can read. Benny says out of sight, out of mind. Yes. And Filipa says we have this one in Portugal as well. Good. And Electra says in Bulgarian we have it's far from your head, far from your heart. Yes, actually. And some other people also say out of sight, out of mind. And some people say that Kulsum says that they have it in Urdu and in Spanish. Eyes that do not see, heart that does not feel. Yes, it's more or less the same. Far away from the eyes, far away from the heart. Far from your eyes, far from your heart. That's good. Okay, and so I saw some people try to make sentences with the previous one. Diz göz kulak olmak. Diluna says annem işteyken kardeşime göz kulak olmamı istedi. That's a very good sentence. Yes. And John says göz kulak olmak istemiyorum. That's also grammatical. Good. Okay. Okay, we can continue. All right. And the third one, gözü açık olmak. The literal meaning is to be open-eyed. Okay. Can you guys guess what could be the figurative meaning of this idiom? Can you write in the chat box? Do you have any idea? What does it mean? To be open-eyed, gözü açık olmak. Okay, Samir says, pay attention to what you do or what's around. Maybe. Elizabeth says to be clear-minded. Ido says to be careful. XA says to be smart. Kulsum says you should be careful. Martin says to be careful. Rukia says keep your eyes open. Micah says to be positive or optimistic. Maybe. Interesting interpretation. And Maria says to be careful. Priya says to be aware of the enemies. Yes, why not? Giobran says to be observant. To be open for opportunities, Ido says. And Nandini says to see things as they are. Teti says to pay attention, to be alert, look out for something. Okay, people says be careful, be open-minded, to be conscious, to be awake, to pay attention, to be alert, to look closely, be aware. Okay, let's see. It refers to a person's state of being attentive, alert, and aware. So you guys are right. It refers to someone looking carefully at events or situations around them, being alert to avoid missing any danger or opportunity. So being aware, being alert, paying attention to the things that is around, blah, blah, blah. Let's look at the example sentence. Kariyerinde başarılı olmak istiyorsan gözün hep açık olmalı. Gözün hep açık olmalı. Fırsatları kaçırmamalısın. Kariyerinde başarılı olmak istiyorsan gözün hep açık olmalı. Fırsatları kaçırmamalısın. Meaning, if you want to succeed in your career, you should always keep your eyes open and never miss opportunities. So, yes. Okay, let me check the comments. Yeah, people are saying to look closer, to pay attention, to be careful. Yes, okay. All right. Do you know any other idiom that is related to eyes? Do you know any other idiom that is related to eyes? It can be in Turkish, it can be in English. In the UK, we say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, that's nice. Apple of my eyes, someone says. Mansur says gözlerini seveyim. Yes, we have this expression. Kusum says open your eyes. Teddy says, I can remember the translation, but I hear one in shows where they sound like they are telling someone to keep four eyes open. I think it's dört gözle beklemek. It means to look forward to. And in Turkish we say dört gözle beklemek, waiting with four eyes open. And eye-catching. And Elizabeth says, in Afrikaans, what the eye does not see does not hurt the heart. Turn a blind eye. Dört gözü açık olmak. Be careful. Göz boyamak. Anna says yes. Göz boyamak. It's a Turkish idiomatic expression. And Sheep says, an eye for an eye when someone wants to take revenge. Yes. And Lanya says, turn a blind eye. Yes. We also say gözü kör olmak for some situations. Diluna says Ceylan gözlü. Yes, it's a compliment. Lion says aside for sore eyes. All right. Let's continue. All right, now we have quiz, but before the quiz, let's remember what we learned. So we learned göz kulak olmak, to be eye and ear. That means to pay attention to an event, to take care of something, keeping careful watch to ensure that someone or something is safe or under control. Göz kulak olmak. And second, we learned gözden ırak, gönülden ırak olmak. That means this out of sight, out of mind in English. So we said that this is very heartbreaking breaking idiom. And the last one was gözü açık olmak, to be attentive, to be alert, to be aware. Now, let's look at the question. So, with which expression should we fill in the blank? You can write your answers in the chat box. Annem hastaneye gidiyor. My mom goes to hospital. Kardeşim ve ben evde yalnızız. Me and my sibling is alone at home. Are alone at home. Annem yokken kardeşime bakmalıyım. When my mom is not around, I need to take care of my sibling. Annem bana, my mother said to me, ben yokken, when I'm not around, blah, blah, blah. What could be the answer? Let me read. Okay, some people say a, ah. Okay, Benny says Florence says Lanya says Kusum says Maria says Timo says Mansur says That is nice. Jennifer says Priya says B, be. Elizabeth says Martin says this says okay. The majority says Let's see the answer. Yes, the correct answer is Kardeşine göz kulak ol. Annem bana ben yokken kardeşine göz kulak ol dedi. My mom said to me that when I'm not around, take care of your sibling. Okay. All right. The next body part is kafa, head. The first idiom related to kafa is kafası şişmek, to have a swollen head. Do you guys have any idea what can it mean? Can you write in the chat box? What do you think about this idiom and its meaning? And Maria says to have a bad memory. Aubrey says to be prideful or arrogant. Benny says to be angry. Teddy says to have a big ego. Interesting interpretations. Rita says someone who forgets quickly. Mansur says fazla konuşma demek, don't talk too much. Anna says to be overwhelmed by something that is told you more times. Okay, Timo says to be arrogant. Florence says to be arrogant. Sweet says surprised. Electra says to be fed up with something. Gebran says to have a headache. Tracy says to have a lot to think about. Kusum says overthinker. Yes. Jesse says to have a headache. Martin says when someone has studied too much. Dilino says like being angry or being fed up, like having a headache, but not a direct meaning. Yes. Mina says to be worried. Ship says when someone annoys you. Mina says preoccupied. Pia says hurt. Boriana says it's same in Bulgarian. I am fed up. I am tired. I have too much things to think, or it is too noisy place to be overwhelmed. Ivan says confused. All right, let's see. Okay, it refers to a person feeling tired and exhausted as a result of hardship, stress, pressure, or hard work. It can also mean having a headache due to overthinking, worrying, or simply due to noise. So, you were right, guys. To be tired, um, to overthink, to be worried about something, or simply it was because of the noise. Kafası şişmek, to have a swollen head. So example sentence. Sabahtan beri devam eden inşaat çalışması yüzünden kafam şişti. Sabahtan beri devam eden inşaat çalışması yüzünden kafam şişti. My head is swollen from the construction work that's been going on all morning. Okay. Mansur asks, is it the same as kafamı şişirme? Kafamı şişirme, it's like telling someone, don't talk too much. Something like this. But this one is the result of it. Kafası şişmek. Şişirmek is kafamı şişirme. It's in the imperative form, and you say that don't talk too much, don't make my head swollen. But nice one. Okay, the next one. Kafa patlatmak. To explode one's own head. Do you also have any idea about this one? Do you have any guesses? What could be the meaning? Okay, some says super angry, to be shocked. Anna says to be shocked. Benny says to be annoyed. Jesse says overwhelmed. Rita says to impress someone. Nancy says to be shocked. Timo says to be annoyed. Martin says to be surprised or shocked. Micah says when one is blown away by something. Too noisy. Priya says angry. Teddy says to be amazed, shocked, surprised by something like information. Sweet says to burst out after some annoying things. Yeah, maybe. It is dark, isn't it? Just a moment. I will have my lights on. Let's see. Yeah, it's better. Yep. Let me share my screen again. Okay. Yes. Okay, let's see. The meaning of it. It refers to the process of thinking intensively and exerting effort to understand a subject, solve problems, or accomplish a difficult task. It can also mean to make great effort to learn or understand something. So, if there's something that you have been working on, and if it kills you, you can say kafa patlatıyorum. I'm working on this since, I don't know, uh, since yesterday, let's say. So for example, bu Türkçe cümleyi anlamak için saatlerdir kafa patlatıyorum. I have been trying for hours to understand the sentence in Turkish. So, would you like to try making sentences by using this idiom? I want to know. I want to read some sentences in the chat box. You can try. I am waiting for some people to make sentences with this idiom kafa patlatmak. You can try. Ali Haydar says kafa patlatalım for a math problem. Okay. Okay, let's look at the other one. Okay, next one. Kafayı yemek. The literal meaning. To eat one's own head. What do you think? What do you think about this one? What could be the meaning? And there are some sentences about the previous idiom. Martin says, Türkçe öğrenmek için kafa patlatıyorum. This is a great sentence, yes. And Timo says, bu konu önemli değil. Sınav için kafanı patlatmaya gerek yok. That's good. And now I read the guesses. Mansur says, going crazy. Orlovska says, to go crazy because of something. Anna says, like, go crazy. Tracy says, so hungry. Gilbran says, going insane. And Bernard says, to go crazy or do something silly. Sweet says, too irritating. Priya says, don't eat my head. Okay. Yes, you're more or less right, actually. It's like going crazy. Let's see. All right, kafayı yemek refers to a person losing mental health or balance due to excessive stress, pressure, anxiety, or difficulties. So, um, this phrase describes situations where someone becomes mentally or spiritually insane or depressed. So, sounds like 21st century problem. 21st century idiom. I think sometimes everybody kafayı yiyor. It happens to me sometimes. So let's look at the example. Bu ödev günlerdir bitmiyor. Kafayı yiyeceğim. That means this homework has been going on for days. I am going crazy. So it's like to go crazy. All right. And do you have a similar idiom in your own language? Can you write to chat box, please? Like kafayı yemek, to go crazy. Do you have a similar idiom in your own language? I am checking the chat box. Waiting for your comments. Obi says, I'm losing my mind. Yes, it's exactly like this in Turkish. And Sweet says, do not eat my brain. Okay, Priya says, don't be mad, meaning don't be mad. So for this one, not many people made a comment. Maybe you guys don't have such an idiom in your language. Bernard says, I have lost my marbles. And Gilbran says, cheese has slipped off the cracked. Okay, interesting. And Boriana says, in Bulgarian, when something ate my head, it means it finished me, my reputation, my career. Okay, interesting. All right. Okay, let's continue. All right, we have a quiz again, but let's remember what we learned. Okay, about kafa, we learned kafası şişmek, which means feeling tired or exhausted as a result of stress, pressure, or hard work. Or it can mean having a headache due to overthinking or due to noise. Kafası şişmek, the first one. And the second one was kafa patlatmak. It means to make a great effort to learn or understand something. And the last one was kafayı yemek, to go crazy. Now, let's try to do this question. Şirkette bir proje için çalışıyoruz. We are working on a project at the company. Proje çok zor. The project is very difficult. Aylardır projeyi bitirmek için ... ama proje hala bitmedi. In order to finish the project, for months we did blah blah blah. But the project hasn't finished yet. So A. Kafa şişiriyoruz, or B. Kafa patlatıyoruz. Which one could be correct? What do you guys think? What you guys think? Okay, some people say B, B, B, be. Priya says be, Timo says be, Gobran says be, Ruki says be, Martin says be, Florence says be, Filipa says be, Maria says be. Okay, majority of the people says B. Kafa patlatıyoruz. Benny says be, Tracy says be. Ahmet says be, Slavka says be. Okay, let's see the answer. And Jesse says ah, Dennis says ah. Let's see, it's kafa patlatıyoruz. You guys are correct. Aylardır projeyi bitirmek için kafa patlatıyoruz. We have been working on this project in order to finish it for months. We are working so hard. All right. Now, we're going to learn some idioms about mouth, ağız. The first one, ağzı açık kalmak, just like in the emoji. So that means to leave your mouth open. And the meaning of it means to leave one's mouth hanging open in surprise, admiration, or shock. This expression is used when an event or situation is unexpected or impressive, and one is left speechless, unable to make sense of it. So, if a situation is unexpected or impressive, also when it's impressive, when you're surprised or when you see something admirable, you can also use this idiom. For example, bu güzel manzara karşısında ağzım açık kaldı. Daha önce böyle güzel bir yer görmemiştim. I was stunned by this magnificent view. I have never seen such a beautiful place before. And just says like jaw dropping. Exactly. Okay, the next one. Ağzı sulanmak, just like the emoji. The literal meaning to drool, to have saliva in the mouth. So, what do you guys think about this idiom? What could be the meaning? Do you have any idea? Can you write in the chat box? I am curious. Benny says to be hungry. Maria says hungry. Anna says to be hungry or like something too much. Teddy says something looks good. Some people say mouth watering. Yes. Benny says çok acıkmak. Micah says to crave for something. Florence says to be amazed. Sweet says mouth watering. Gilbran says to be very hungry. Rita says this might be said for a food that's very delicious. Yes, maybe. We will see. And Mansur says looks very delicious. Martin, to desire something or look forward to something. Priya says looks yummy. Yes, guys, you are right. It means that a person drools when he or she thinks of a delicious or attractive dish or food. This expression means that the person wants to eat something or cannot wait to taste the flavor. So, for example, lahmacunu görünce ağzım sulandı. My mouth is watering at the sight of lahmacun. So, for me personally, when I see lahmacun, ağzım sulanıyor. So, what about you guys? Which Turkish food makes your mouth water? Can you write me in the chat box? Which Turkish food makes your mouth water? Ağzınızı sulandıran yemekler ne? Ana says döner, Beni says künefe, Boyana says künefe, Beni says tatlı, Ahmet says cibun, Berna says profiterol, Tracy says meze, Maika says tantuni, Aubrey says Adana, kebap ve sarma. Oh yes, I like kebap as well. And Mansu says patlıcan musaka. That's a good one. Gavran says lahmacun and ayran. Yum. Yes, exactly. Timo says kumpir. Kulsum says sweets. Sweet says kebab, baklava. Yes. Gavran says çiğ köfte. Rita says baklava of Gaziantep. Yes. Gaziantep baklava is the best one. And Filipa says lokum. Fethi says katmer. Martin says Iskandar kebab. Okay. Yes. I am hungry. I'm getting hungry. Let's skip this one. So do you have a similar idiom in your language? Like ağzı sulanmak, to drool. Like mouth watering. Do you have a similar idiom in your language? I'm waiting for your answers. So Mansu says, water dropped in my mouth. Gerben says, in Libya we say my drool is spilling. Yeah, in Turkish we also say ağzımın suyu aktı sometimes. We have a similar one. And Samar says, in Hindi you would say, yes, you wrote something in Hindi. I can't read it. Boyan says both are same in Bulgarian. Martin says yes, in German it's very similar. Ruzana says lahmacun. Yes, I like lahmacun too. Okay, I see. Jack says saliva is flying me. So I see that you guys have similar idioms. Okay, let's look at this one. Ağzında, this one is difficult. Ağzında bakla ıslanmamak. That means, the literal meaning, to not wetting the beans in your mouth. It doesn't make sense. I know, but we use it a lot. That means, it means to be unable to keep a secret. For example, sakın ona bir sırrını söyleme. Onun ağzında bakla ıslanmaz. Onun ağzında bakla ıslanmaz. Senin sırlarını herkese anlatır. Don't tell him or her a secret. The beans won't get wet in his or her mouth, which means she will tell everyone your secrets. Which means she or he cannot keep a secret. Gilran says, in English we say somebody has a big mouth. Yes, it is like that in Turkish, having a big mouth. Okay. All right, we have a quiz. Let's check what we learned about mouth. First one, ağzı açık kalmak. That means you are surprised by you're speechless. You're unable to make sense of something that is impressive or unexpected. And the second one, ağzı sulanmak, to have your mouth watered, basically, to crave something. And the last one was ağzında bakla ıslanmamak, which means being unable to keep a secret, to have a big mouth. Okay, now quiz time. Let's see. Pastaneden çok güzel kurabiye kokuları geliyor. Um, the cookies smell very nice, and it's coming from the bakery shop, the patisserie. Blah blah blah blah. Girip bir kutu kurabiye alacağım. I will enter the shop and buy a box of cookies. So, what should we put in the blank? Ağzım açık kaldı. Ağzımda bakla ıslanmadı. Ağzım sulandı. Which one? Okay. Hal says C, Anna says C, Jovan says C, Rita says C, Maria says C, Tracy says C, Micah says C, Kulsum says C, Martin says C, Jesse says C, Timo says C, Jack says C, Asfak says C, Rita says C, Mansur says C. Okay, everybody says C. Priya says C, Filipa says C, Ahmet says C, Slavka says C. Okay, the majority of people said C. Let's see. Yes, ağzım sulandı. Good. Pastaneden çok güzel kurabiye kokuları geliyor. Ağzım sulandı. Girip bir kutu kurabiye alacağım. Okay. We are in the last part. So, the last idioms are about kulak, which means ear. So, the first one. We use this a lot. If you have a Turkish father, if you have a Turkish mother, that you will hear it a lot from them. It means bir kulağından girip diğerinden çıkmak. The literal meaning in one ear and out the other. But that means that the information or words one hears go out of the other ear when it's inside of one. This idiom implies that the person is not paying attention to what is being said, or this person simply has forgotten it, doesn't care about what the word is, what the information is. So this person forgets it. So for example, söylediğim hiçbir şeyi yapmamış, dediklerim bir kulağından girip diğerinden çıkmış resmen. So he or she didn't do anything I said. What I said went in one ear and out the other. So do you have a similar idiom in your own language like this? Bir kulağından girip diğerinden çıkmak. One in one ear and out the other. Let me check the chat box. And Sweet says, hear from one ear and through out from the other ear. Yes. And Anna says, in Serbia, it's exactly the same. And Rita says, we use it in Lebanon as well. Martin says, it's the same in German. Same in Ukrainian. Same in Portuguese. Brian says, Bulgarian parents say that a lot. And yes, Turkish parents say that a lot as well. Okay, I see that this one is same in many. All right, the next one. Yerin kulağı var. The literal meaning is the floor has ears. What do you think about this one? What could be the meaning? What does it even mean? Yerin kulağı var. The floor has ears. Okay, Asfak says it uses for spying. Yes. Anna says it's not safe to tell something because someone can hear. Exactly. Bernard says someone is listening. Yes. Kusum says someone can hear us from anywhere. Jobran says careful what you say. Ali says the walls have eyes. Okay, this is a similar one. Maria says that there is always someone listening. Exactly. And okay, someone says, Zaina says that we say in Urdu that walls have ears. The similar one. Yeah, the walls have ears. Okay, you are right, guys. It is said to indicate that something spoken in secret may unexpectedly be heard by others. So someone is probably listening. Someone may be listening. For example, shh, yerin kulağı var. Sessiz konuş. Kimse duymasın. That means, shh, the floor has ears. Speak quietly. Don't let anyone hear you. Okay. And the last one. The last idiom. Kulağına küpe olmak. The literal meaning, to be an earring in one's ear. The figurative meaning, to learn a lesson from something that happened to you that you will never forget. For example, umarım bu kulağına küpe olur ve aynı hatayı tekrarlamazsın. I hope this will be a lesson for you and you will not repeat the same mistake. Kulağına küpe olmak. Okay. Do you know any other idiom that is related to ears? Okay, Sweet says to put in your ears. Boyan says the same in Bulgarian. Neighbors. Ana says kulak misafiri olmak. Yes, kulak misafiri olmak. That's a good one. Priya says in India we have saying that even a wall has an ear. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay, quiz. But let's remember. The first one, bir kulağından girip diğerinden çıkmak. We said that in one ear and out the other. That means this person doesn't pay attention to what is said and forgets it. And yerin kulağı var. We said that the floor has ears. So someone may be listening. And the last one, kulağına küpe olmak. That means to learn a lesson from something. Okay. Kimseye yalan söyleme. Don't lie to anyone. Kimsenin kalbini kırma. Don't break anyone's heart. Otherwise, yoksa bir gün sen de aynı şeyleri yaşarsın. One day you may experience the same things. Bu dediklerim, the things I say, blah blah blah, sakın unutma. Don't dare forget it. Don't you dare forget it. Never forget it. Sakın unutma. So A, kulağına küpe olsun. B, yerin kulağı var. C, bir kulağından girip diğerinden çıksın. Let's see. Let's see. What do you think, guys? Anna says A, Kusum says A, Berna says A, Maria says A, Rita says A, Svit says A. Okay. People say kulağına küpe olsun. Tracy says A, Filipa says A, Timo says A, Priya says A, Sana says A, Florence says A. Nice. Okay, majority of the people says A. That's correct. Bu dediklerim kulağına küpe olsun. Sakın unutma. Get a lesson from this and never forget. All right, guys, this is the end of the lesson. End of the live class. Did you like this lesson? Was it useful? Anna says çok, very much. Rita says yes. Sana says I loved it. That's very nice to hear. And Giovanna says, evet çok beğendim. I loved it so much. Rana says, thankful, thank you, very useful. Sana says, yes. Sivit says, çok güzel. That's nice to hear. Kusum says, we enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it as well. Mansu says, you're great. Thank you very much. Teşekkürler. And yes, loved it. Thank you, Sal. Thank you, guys. And would you like to learn Turkish more with us? Kuzum says your teaching way is very interesting. Thank you very much. If it's a compliment, though. I loved it. Thank you. Çok ilginç, of course. Bekliyorum. Okay. So you guys know that we have a Turkish master courses. Currently only A1, A2, and B1 level, but we are planning to have more. So let me introduce the courses to you very briefly, and then I will say goodbye. If you enroll one of our courses, especially A1 and A2, you will be able to understand the Turkish series. You will be able to communicate with Turkish people easily. You will make your Turkish girlfriend or boyfriend, if you have one, fall in love with you again, because Turkish people love foreigners speaking Turkish. You will be able to live in Turkey without worrying if locals know English. Yes, you guys know that Turkish people don't. Turkish people are not the best speaking English. So you can visit Turkey and not feel like a tourist. Yes, it sometimes knowing Turkish helps a lot. When you visit Istanbul, for example, you will feel confident speaking Turkish. And you can get rid of the private lessons, online group lessons, countless grammar books, Turkish workbooks, spending hours on YouTube, feeling like you're not learning deep enough on Duolingo, Wusu, and the other platforms. Searching for natives who can answer your question because we have already in our platform, and so much more. And let me walk you through exactly what Turkish master courses are all about. So, in A1 and A2, we have 6 units and 18 sections, but for B1, we have 10 units. And what do we get? We have 4K quality grammar lessons, grammar videos. When you watch a grammar video, you will see that the sentences appear on the screen, and you will have this interactive graphics and so on. Plus, you will have grammar exercises after each lesson. After you watch the grammar video, you will have related grammar exercises. And you will have reading paragraphs and exercises, reading comprehension questions. You will also have listening exercises and end of the unit quizzes. So you will test yourself. You can also have writing practice. You write, and our my colleague Nehir will answer your will give you feedback basically. But if you have any questions, also Nehir can answer you in the course. Also, you will get this free toolkit, vocabulary sheet, conjugation sheet, unbreakable discipline study plans, and PDF lesson summaries. And you can also join the private Telegram group, Practice Turkish, with some other students. Also, we have Nehir inside, and Nehir gives you feedback there as well. You can also connect with other Turkish learners. You can meet people and stuff. All right, and you will have this travel guide to Istanbul ebook by Hannah. It's totally free if you enroll the course, and also the culture ebook. You will have real life dialogue series. These are the series where native Turkish speakers show you how to use the grammar topic that you learn in daily conversations in a natural way. So when you learn a grammar topic in the course, you will have a real life dialogue that you can watch natives using this grammar topic in their sentences. And you have 30-day guarantee. You have your money back in 30 days if you are not satisfied with the course. This is awesome, I guess. And native teachers, you know John, and it's me, and this is Nehir. And you have lifetime access to the material. So when you buy it, when you enroll the course, you will have the course forever. You can access the course forever. It is yours. That means you can study whenever you want. And normally the total value is 2,500, but our price is 249. And since you participated this live class, you have this discount code for today, only for today. So with this code Idioms Live 10, you will get 10% discount, and you will reach the courses with $224. If you have any questions, you can write in the comments and I can answer. Benny says, I would enroll myself for B2 level if you start that. I have signed up for A1, A2 and B1. Ayrıca if you start more grammar courses, I can start. Çok teşekkürler. Your lessons are harika. Thank you very much, Benny. Nice. Çok teşekkürler. İyi akşamlar. It says. Gibran says. Anna says, not a question, but I'm already learning with you and I'm satisfied. I am on B1 now and it helped me a lot. Thank you. That is very nice to hear, Anna. Teşekkürler. Can you share the presentation? Nehir, will we share the presentation? I guess yes, right? Can you write in the comments? Is it possible to see index of units in levels, maybe in email? Yes, I think when you go our website, you can see the curriculum and each section of each course. If you email info@turkishle.com, Nehir will also help you about this. Why are you ignoring my question? I didn't ignore your question. I already explained how much the course is and what does it include, what it includes. And yes, we will share the presentation. Gabran says, I'm also taking B1, so far so good. That's nice to hear. Tanesiz teşekkürler, Jackson. Sağ ol, rica ederim. Jisan says, is it easy to learn Turkish like English? Well, it's not that easy, I can say, but to be honest, in Turkish, although you reach the beginner level, you can communicate easily with the Turkish people because you learn this present continuous tense in Turkish and it's used a lot in Turkey. So you already learn the basics of Turkish. And Turkish is about conjugation, so you attach suffixes all the time and you get the idea already when you are a beginner. So that's why it's maybe not easy, but I can say that you can speak with a little knowledge. Zaina says, "Are you going to have more classes like this?" Exactly. Yes, we will have more classes like this. You and John are amazing. I follow you on YouTube, Instagram. Thank you very much. Okay, I know that it's very dark right now. I need to have my lights on, but it's very far away. So sorry if you can't see me anymore. All right, I guess that's it. Nobody asks anything anymore. So I will have this again. Don't forget this code. If you enroll the course today, you can use this code and get 10% discount. All right. So görüşürüz. Hoşça kalın. Goodbye. İyi akşamlar. Kendinize iyi bakın. Güle güle. Görüşürüz. Bye bye. Hoşça kalın. And Jisan says, when will you come again live? I guess in two weeks or 3 weeks or 2 weeks we have another live class. And Sana says bye bye, güle güle, iyi akşamlar, haydi bye bye, iyi geceler. Yes, for some people it's night. Görüşürüz. İyi geceler, tatlı rüyalar. Yes. Sweet dreams. All right. Bye bye.